Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. And over the weekend I've noticed a lot of toing and froing about the flak within DCS. And I just want to dispel some myths that seem to generate themselves. Now, a lot of the information that I've seen this weekend has been linked to multiplayer, but it doesn't make a difference. The flak is no different in multiplayer to what it is in single player. So basically I'm going to highlight in this video exactly why DCS Flak is not a sniper flak. So let's get started. So when I set up the flak units here, I actually used the add template and selected flak 18 battery asset pack required, because that's got the Commandant 40. That's visual recognition of the targets. So that should improve the flak's accuracy. Now, I know this setup is accurate because it's based upon this World War II information. I set them up to late activation. So this particular one is late activation, that is late activation, and this is the only one that's active. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through this process 3 times. And I'm going to show you that it doesn't make any difference how many flak units there are. So I'm going to try it first with 1 active, then with 2 active, then with 3 active. And I'm also going to make it so that the weather is light and scattered, so that whatever happens, the flak units will be able to see the target. So what I will do in a later mission is I will set the weather to overcast 7. Let's make that change. So let's take it down to, let's say, 3,609 feet. Then what I'll do is I will run this Spitfire over the target area where the flak batteries are. And let's see what physically happens in DCS. So let's get started. So here we are in the sim, in the mission, and I set the Spitfire up to do absolutely nothing. Zero zilch nada. So he won't attempt to evade the fire or anything. He won't move. So let's see what happens when the flak actually catches sight of him. Okay, same mission. This time 2 flak batteries are now active. Okay, this time with 3 active full flak batteries. Now then, let's have a look at cloudy conditions. Seriously cloudy conditions. Okay, here we are with the Spitfire flying through heavy, low base cloud. And let's see what the flak guns do in this circumstance. There he goes, going over the airfield now. Let's see what the flak guns are doing. Absolutely nothing. Interesting. Let's let him get a bit further and let's see if they even start to move. So it's a lot further out now. Still in the cloud level. Guns are doing nothing. Even further. And this is the point where they were engaging previously. Still nothing. Still in heavy cloud. Still not engaging. Okay, all of that took place with an aircraft flying at 6,500 feet. So what about low-level approaches? Well, I've set up the Spitfire again, but this time to 562 feet, with its first waypoint at 562 feet. So what it will do is it will fly exactly the same route as it did at 6,500 feet. So let's see what happens with the flak. We'll do it again. 1 flak battery, 2 flak batteries, 3 flak batteries. So let's get started. Here we go again, the 38s have opened up. And there's been no instantaneous hits on this occasion. Now we go, there we go, we're hit. So it was 38s that hit me. But it certainly wasn't the first few rounds from the 38 that hit me. First, intel. If you've got intel available that there are flak sites in close proximity to the location where you will be, make sure that you keep your situational awareness up and watch the skies for flak bursts. If there's no intel available, c'est la vie. That's the nature of the beast. Secondly, treat the flak as if it's being guided by Würzburg radar sites. Because even if the AI flak catch a subtle glimpse of aircraft in a vicinity, they will open fire at that location. So there might be a gap in the clouds. They've seen something, they will fire at it. So, as a general note, treat flak as if it is being guided by Würzburg radar, as it was during 1944. Next, if you're going to attack a target where there are known flak locations, do it as a group. Singleton attacks, that's a big no-no. If you do it in a group, you divide and conquer, and the flak will have to determine which target it wants to take out as you approach. And finally, a lot of people just tend to ignore this one completely. Change your flying method. So, if you're in a known flak location, try weaving and dolphin diving. So you're adjusting your heading and you're adjusting your height. It will ensure that the flak has less ability to hit you. Now don't get me wrong, as in World War II, some people are actual flak magnets. And if that's the case, incorporate all of these advice in your flight plan. So I hope that helps, and I'll catch you later. Take care now.